Hi. Hello, beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I've low-key been like missing. I've low-key gone MIA from YouTube and I'm so sorry for that. I hope you guys missed me because I missed you. Today we are back. We're getting cozy. We're doing a little bedtime like ritual, and I'm gonna be a part of your bedtime ritual today. So like do your skincare, change into fuzzy pajamas, and we are going to be reading some Wattpad stories for bedtime. So come on, get cozy. Get cozy. I low-key tried to like dig for some good stories to put you to bed tonight. I recommend drinking some of that melatonin tea that you have in the back of your cabinet that you've never touched, because your sleep schedule is fucked as fuck and you have exams coming up, or at least I know I do. Even though I've had a test multiple times every single week for the past month. IB's whipping me in the butt. So, could you tell? Okay, this first story that we have, it's actually between two. I think we're gonna start with not one of those two. We're gonna start with this one, and it's called A Dog's Purpose. A Family Guy love story. Gotta love that. It's a late night in Quahog, and PETA is returning home from an evening at the Clam, hammering away beer after beer with his buddies, Joe Swanson, Glenn Giggity Giggity Splooge Quagmire, and Cleveland Brown. His head was a constant daze, and he couldn't help but be hunched over while he spills through the front door. Fat Flabs first, followed by a strong, sexy, wart-shaped chin. The Griffin household was quiet, asleep for the most part, the lights off around the house and not a noise to be heard, even to sober ears. Not at first, at least. Shortly after collapsing onto the family's iconic pink couch, in the center of the room, the lone piece of furniture discounting the shelves and shit around the edges of the room, Peter soon heard a faint sound. Bap, 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 bap. A howl? Bap, bap, bap. It was coming from a... How the fuck would you think that's a howl? Are we stupid? Bap, bap, bap being a howl. What world are we living in? What? Wait, I think I know. Wait, let me not jump to conclusions. I just thought for a second. It was coming from upstairs, the faint yellow light from the bathroom emitting through the crack at the bottom of the door. It sounded like Brian, but Brian was a dog. Why was he in the bathroom and not outside if he had to pee? Why was he howling? Concerned for the dog, PETA made his way upstairs, which takes some effort. However, after carefully sliding his hand along the railing and moving each foot carefully, he finds himself atop the steps and in front of the bathroom door. Brian? His voice slurs, not even bothering to knock as he turns the door handle. It was left unlocked, the door to the bathroom opening. Peter! Brian exclaims, quickly covering himself with a magazine. A magazine with a picture of Peter's face plastered on the front, glue seeming to drip down from the pages. Glue.
I was playing.
Glue. Yeah, glue. In the bathroom. When you're peeing or pooping or vomiting, whatever you finna do in the bathroom, but glue. Last time I checked, the bathroom isn't where we do arts and crafts, so I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Is it glue? I doubt it. Something's telling me it isn't glue. Might be a stretch, Something's telling me it isn't glue. But let's find, maybe I'm wrong, who knows? Brian, what are you doing with my magazine? The man asks his loyal canine. Nothing, Peter, just reading the ads. The dog tries to quickly explain, though it didn't offer anything for the now pulling gup. What's that? I would rather not know. There's a reason I don't know. Brian's legs begin to twitch as the two silently stare at each other before he drops the magazine and sprints over to Peter, his stubby little dog arms wrapping around the large man's legs before he begins to continuously hump it. Oh my god, Peter, I'm so sorry. Brian begins to apologize and stops almost as quickly as he started. Brian, it's okay, you're a dog, it happens, Peter explains. Teary-eyed, Brian wipes his eyes with his arm, looking up at his owner. Are you sure? His voice was weak, clearly embarrassed, drained from what he was obviously doing before being disturbed. I'm sure, buddy. Why don't we clean up your mess? We're gonna change the angle because I'm gonna get like a little comfy. Is this bad? Okay, this is good. This is what the angle is gonna be until further notice in case I wanna change it. And clean up the mess they would, using what was left of the newspaper supply to mop up Brian's doggy drips. I just realized that this is going to be a beastly story. After cleaning, Peter sat on his thick ass, looks over at Brian, who sits on all fours. Do you need some help finishing things off? Peter asks. I think we got everything, Brian suggests in confusion, looking around for any missed spots. No, Brian, that's not what I mean, Peter explains. Crawling towards the dog, he pushes the dog onto his butt, his legs spreading before the man has... What? His legs spreading before the man. His hand reaches towards His hand reaches towards the pet's lap. I mean, I can help you finish.
What the hell we gonna do now?
What? Concerned is an understatement, for sure. Peter adds, eyes staring right through Brian's. Brian can only gulp and blush as Peter begins to make slow, long strokes. It only takes a minute until there's a mess on the top side of the newspaper as well. There you go, Brian. That's just like the time I got a bad job. I got a not appropriate for YouTube job in the White House. On to the next part. White House, not appropriate for YouTube job. Peter lies down across President Obama's desk, the big black man sticking his tongue onto Peter's chocolate starfish, swirling it around counterclockwise. Sometimes you like watching it spin the other way. Peter M's, each one getting louder and sooner until eventually a pool of white covers the desk and Obama puts his mouth away with a satisfied smile licking his lips. What has my career come to? I should be studying right now. And this is what I'm doing. It's 11 p.m. I shouldn't even be studying, I should be sleeping. Peter, we can't tell Lois about this. Brian protests after they leave the bathroom, crumpling up the papers to dispose of the evidence. The two begin to make their way downstairs, out to the garage to throw away all the signs of the incident before anyone can notice. I mean, I'm a dog, and she's your wife. She would divorce you instantly. Thanks for the reminder that he's a dog. Who would have forgotten that one? I know, Brian, I know. She's not gonna find out. Just be a good boy and don't tell anyone. Peter reaches down to pet Brian, who can't help but smile from the gesture. Thank you, Peter. They reach the bin and open it up, Brian placing the cleanup kit into the bin before closing it. I really don't know what I would do without you. I'll get you a new magazine pronto. Pronto. Was that a good impression of the laugh? I feel like I sounded more like SpongeBob than anything. Peter continues to laugh his signature laugh, and the two go their respective ways to bed. While they won't speak of this to anyone else, the tension remains there before they even see each other the next morning. All they can think about was each other, how Peter didn't get the chance to shoot his plasma across the bathroom, how their time was cut short by how sudden the moment was. It kept both of them awake for hours, each male afraid to go seek the other for a fulfilling conclusion to their night, prolonging it for later when they had more time to themselves. Last part. Hope you're ready. The Sperminator. The Sperminator is the... Okay. That one isn't even a dog pun. I just thought it was a funny title. Were the rest of these dog puns? Oh! Chapter 1 was what the dog doing? Because what was Brian doing? And then the second chapter, we don't talk about that name. And the bin and the hound dog. Okay. The morning after, the Griffins are having family breakfast. Sat around the table is Peter, Brian, Lois, Christopher, Megan, and Stewie. Peter, you're gonna be late for work. That was terrible. That was so terrible. It was a terrible impression. Peter, you're gonna be late for work. I can't do it. Claims Lois, who is gulping down her famous breakfast egg. Oh my God, Lois, you're right. This is just like that time I was late for John Wilkes Booth's abortion demonstration. I'm not writing the gag for that. The family sits in momentary silence as they all reflect on the demonstration. Even Stewie, who wasn't there and doesn't have a single recollection of what happened, sees it in full detail. No one brings it up. Brian folds his newspaper and growls as he sets it down on the table. Brian, what's wrong? Asks Meg. Shut up, Meg. Peter says. Peter, that's not a very nice thing to say about your daughter. Lois pitches in. The media is just too soft these days, begins Brian, picking the paper back up. I mean, why can't a dog marry a human if they really love each other? Just letting you reflect on that. Anywho, oh Brian, sure you can. Nothing stops Scooby-Doo from marrying Velma, says Lois. Okay. We cut to a haunted house, decorated in white ribbons and streamers, the rotting furniture from around the manor lining up the red rugged aisle. At the end with a pasta stands Velma, a beautiful white dress with little pins lining it for all of the mysteries she busted with the gang. A thin white cloth drapes over her face, masking it, while still allowing her to see her soon-to-be husband, Scooby-Doo, start walking down the aisle. Music plays from a nearby organ, soft and sweet, yet still grand and momentous to mark the occasion. In attendance, all members of the Mystery Inc., along with all of the goons they busted over the years. Scooby in his finest suit, stepping one at a time towards his bride, they give their vows and say their I do's before embracing in a long, loving kiss. Scoob's even slipping a bit of his big, fat, wet doggy tongue into her mouth. Velma giggles and falls back with Scoobs, the two toppling over to start their marriage with a public makeout session. Okay. You're right, Lois. Peter. Brian stands as he puts his paper back down, walking over to Peter Griffin, dropping to a knee. Then he begins to scratch the back of his ear with his legs as dogs do before standing back up. I need you to drive me to town hall. I got so fucking scared there for a second, bro. You should have seen my face. I mean, you did, but like, I wish I saw my face. Sure thing, Brian. Without finishing their food, they leave to the car, the rest of the family unsuspecting. Oh, you've reached the end of the published parts. Last updated October 25, 2023. I'm pissed. Oh, I'm so pissed. I hate that one. I hate that like story, but I want to finish it. You know? But whatever, I guess we're gonna move on to the next one. Well, I'm not reading anymore. I'm tired. I hope you enjoyed this video. Lovely, lovely people. Let me know if I should make another Wattpad story. Actually give me stories that you guys want me to read, or make fanfics of me and I'll read them. That would actually be so amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna try and stop my hiatus, but like I can't promise you guys anything. I'll try and upload like at least twice a month. That's stretching it. I know that's stretching it. Have an amazing day, amazing night, amazing year, or just an amazing life. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you made it this far. Leave a wind chime in the comments, and I will see you when I see you. Peace and love. Peace and love. Bye-bye.